the mayor is not telling you the sort of crimes that are reported. He's saying 5% of crimes are reported at a police desk, but he is not telling you that 14% of rapes are reported at a police front desk.
Emma Best challenges Sadiq Khan in assembly over his conduct during heated exchange. You're not going to believe what unfolded in the London Assembly today. Because while the cameras were focused on policy debates, budget fights, and the usual political routine, something else was building quietly in the background. Something tense, something unexpected, something that shifted the entire mood of the room in seconds. And when it finally erupted, people didn't just react, they felt it. Today, Assemblymember Emma Best confronted Mayor Sadiq Khan in a way that caught the whole chamber off guard. Not with shouting, not with theatrics, but with the kind of pointed, composed challenge that instantly silenced the room. This wasn't chaos, it was precision. And the moment it happened, social media lit up. Let's break down what actually took place. During a lively assembly session, one already filled with tension over transport issues, spending concerns, and accountability questions, Khan made a remark that many members felt crossed a line. It wasn't harsh, but it was dismissive, almost too casual for the seriousness of the moment. That's when Emma Best stepped in. Measured, calm, but unmistakably firm. She called out the mayor's conduct, questioning whether his tone was appropriate for the setting and whether Londoners deserved something more respectful, more focused, more professional from their leader. She didn't attack him personally. She didn't insult him. She simply held him to account in front of everyone. And that's what changed the energy in the room. Witnesses described the moment as sharp, direct, and unexpectedly powerful. One journalist inside the chamber said, "You could feel the air shift." Best wasn't trying to score points, she was making a statement about leadership. Another assembly staffer whispered to a reporter, "This is the kind of exchange that stays with the public. People notice when someone stands up like that." And online? Well, online exploded. Comments began pouring in. This is why assembly sessions need to be televised, more accountability matters. Sadiq Khan didn't expect that. Emma Best handled it with total composure. Leaders should be challenged. That's democracy. But not everyone agreed. Some supporters of the mayor pushed back, saying the exchange was exaggerated and that political debates always get heated. One user tweeted, "This is normal politics. People need to stop dramatizing every moment." Another said, "Best is doing her job, Khan is doing his. Let's not blow this out of proportion." And that's exactly why this moment is so fascinating. It's not the disagreement itself. It's the debate around the debate. It's about expectations. It's about leadership tone. It's about how public figures handle tension under pressure. Now let's look at the political stakes. Sadiq Khan, in his role as mayor, has faced increasing scrutiny as London navigates transport challenges, rising living costs, and highly emotional policy debates. Assembly members, especially opposition voices, are becoming more vocal about demanding clarity, consistency, and accountability. Emma Best's intervention today taps directly into that larger theme. Her message wasn't just aimed at the mayor in that moment. It was aimed at the public watching. The commuters, the taxpayers, the residents who feel unheard in the noise of political messaging. By challenging the conduct, she was challenging the tone of leadership itself. And that is what resonated. But let's be fair, Khan isn't new to pressure. He's handled far more hostile environments, and he's faced criticism from every angle possible. But today's moment felt different because it was about presence, not policy. It was about how leaders communicate, not just what they say. And for a split second, the mayor's reaction revealed something telling: a subtle discomfort, a shift in posture, a tone adjustment that showed he knew the moment had landed harder than expected. From there, the session continued. But the atmosphere had changed. You could almost sense every member sitting a little straighter, choosing their words a little more carefully, watching the mayor a little more closely. And that's the real impact. Not the exchange itself, but the attitude it reshaped in the room. Now, the question is this: why did this moment hit so hard outside the chamber? Because people are tired of political performances. They're tired of rehearsed lines. They're tired of brushed-off concerns. Moments of genuine accountability, real, direct, Respectful accountability stand out like lightning in a stormy sky. Today, Emma Best delivered one of those moments. She didn't shout, she didn't grandstand, she held her ground with clarity, and Londoners noticed. Inside Labour circles, reactions were cautious. A senior party figure suggested, "The mayor needs to avoid these confrontations becoming narrative drivers. The opposition will use this." An insider close to Conservative members commented, "Best spoke for many people in that room. She's becoming a more assertive voice." Journalists describe the exchange as a subtle but significant turning point, the kind that doesn't end on the assembly floor, but travels far beyond it. And that's where the story really heats up. Because political accountability moments don't stay contained. They ripple. They force conversations. They push leaders to adjust. They remind the public that scrutiny is not optional, it's essential. So, where does this leave Sadiq Khan? Stronger? Weaker, or unshaken? The truth is, that depends on what he does next. If he brushes it off, the clip will keep circulating. If he acknowledges it, the narrative shifts. If he changes his tone going forward, well, that might be the biggest signal of all. But one thing is absolutely clear. Today's exchange wasn't the end of anything. It was the beginning of a much bigger conversation. A conversation about leadership. A conversation about conduct. A conversation about the expectations Londoners now have for every person seated in that chamber. And here's the real question that lingers, the one viewers can't ignore. If this is only the first spark, how big might the fire become? Stay tuned. Because whatever comes next, that may be the moment that truly defines this story.